Good morning, everyone. A good Erev Shabbos and a good Erev Shavuos. We'll have the Parsha and Shavuos converging this week in a message, a BITACHON message about the Yom Tov of Shavuos, which is coming up. There's a very famous question that Rav Dessler asks in the Michtav Meliyahu and says the following: HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants Klal Yisrael to stand by Har Sinai, receive the Torah, accept the Torah upon ourselves, and commit ourselves to a life of learning this precious Kli Chemda, this precious gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives to us. However, we know that the Torah is considered to be the Das Elokis. It is like the mind of Hashem. It is the loftiest, most incredible wisdom that there is in the world. And the Torah itself, which is the mind piece of the Ribbono Shel Olam, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu is infinite, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Ein Sof, which means there is no end to the infinite wisdom of Hashem and the greatness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that means that the Torah itself is infinite as well. So how is it possible that a finite person down here in this world, Basar v'Dam, flesh and blood, one-dimensional, who's trapped in all of his trappings of Olam Hazeh, of this world, how is it possible that a human being who does not have an infinite brain, how is it possible to be commanded to learn that which is infinite, the words and the wisdom of the Torah itself? This answers Rav Dessler, Elamai, you see from here that when Chazal tell us, Yisrael araisa v'kuchabrichu chadhu, that the Jewish people and the Torah and Hashem are all one, that means that just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu is infinite, and just like His Torah is infinite, so too Klal Yisrael should recognize inside of themselves the infiniteness, the infinity that exists in every single one of us, and that we too have the ability to attach and connect our minds, our hearts, and our souls to the Torah. And through that, we will attach our hearts, our minds, and our souls directly and strongly to the Ribbono Shel Olam, the Master of the universe. And this itself requires enormous amounts of emunah and bitachon, that a person has to believe and trust in the koiches and the tremendous powers and abilities that they have inside of themselves. They must trust that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up the Torah as His mind piece, He allowed access to the Jewish people to get in there and to learn and to understand it. And it requires a bitachon, a level of trust and reliance, that no matter how difficult the words of Torah are, no matter how vast and far and distant they seem to be, if a person works and he works and he works to try to understand what does it say inside the Torah, then you will get to a place where you have a level of understanding that you didn't have before. And this is a great yesod, a tremendous foundation for us as we enter into the Yom Tov of Shavuos, where we are all literally standing by the foot of Har Sinai on Shavuos night, learning throughout the night, davening nates together in the morning, and getting ready to be makabel to receive the Torah. You can only receive it properly if you believe that you have the koyach, the powers inside, to really and truly receive it in the right way. If you believe in the infinity of Torah, and you believe in the infinity of Hashem, and you believe in the infinity of yourself, and your unlimited reservoirs of wisdom and understanding and abilities, then we will emerge from the Yom Tov of Shavuos, as Naya mentioned, different people who are makush, are deeply and rooted and connected with the Torah like we never have been before. So may we be zeicher on this beautiful Yom Tov that's preceded by a Shabbos. That means you have a whole day to get the Kedusha of Shabbos, leading you into the Kedusha of Shavuos, which means we'll be on a heightened and an elevated level, ready to go through the night and learn strong to understand what it says. And in that way, Be'ez Hashem, we will reveal those hidden koiches, those hidden potentials that's inside each and every one of us, We'll connect ourselves in a much deeper way than we ever did before to the Torah HaKadosh, to the holy words of the Torah. And in that Zechus, as Klal Yisrael stood at Har Sinai, and it was hands down the greatest day since the creation of the world, where the Jewish people willingly, Nasiv and Nishma, they accepted upon themselves that they want the Torah, they want to learn the Torah, they want to live and imbibe the Torah for their lives. So too we should make history this year and accept the Torah ba'ahava, with love, with levav shalim, with a complete heart and a complete soul, with the great bitachon that we have, that we can do it. We certainly can do it, and we certainly can make a connection. We should be zeicher to make connections like we never made before, and in that schos it'll be a good Yom Tov, a Chag Sameach to each and every one of us, families, friends, and loved ones. And we should know only the greatest simcha of all, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees our desire to be close to Him in His Torah, and He brings us to Yerushalayim HaKodesh B'Imheira V'Yameinu. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful Shabbos, and a wonderful Shavuos.